Today, we're talking about something really important: depression. It's something that affects millions of people around the world, and yet, it can be hard to spot and even harder to talk about. One of the toughest things about depression is that it can manifest in so many different ways. Sometimes it's hidden behind a smile, or it shows up in ways we might not expect. So in this video, we're going to break down 10 signs of depression. If you resonate with several of these and they're impacting your daily life, it might be time to reach out for help. All right, let's dive into the first sign, that overwhelming feeling of hopelessness. Depression can really make it feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. It can make it hard to get excited about things you used to love. Depression can steal those moments of joy and replace them with a sense of emptiness. And the worst part, it can make you feel so stuck, like you're caught in quicksand, and the harder you struggle, the deeper you sink. Just like a broken leg needs a cast to heal, depression often needs support and treatment to lift that heavy fog. Don't be afraid to reach out for help if this resonates with you. The second sign we're going to talk about is loss of interest, and this one can be really sneaky. It often creeps up on you without you even realizing it. Remember all those hobbies and activities you used to love? The ones that used to bring you so much joy and excitement. Depression can steal those too. It can make the things that once lit up your world seem dull and uninteresting. It's like everything you used to enjoy starts to feel bland and unappealing. The spark that once ignited your passion seems to fade away. That Friday night excitement to hang out with friends might turn into wishing you could just stay in bed. Social gatherings that once brought you happiness now feel like a burden. That passion project you were pouring your heart into, the one that used to make you lose track of time. Suddenly it feels like a chore. The enthusiasm you once had is replaced by a sense of obligation. Depression can make it hard to find the energy or motivation to do the things you used to love, and that can be incredibly isolating. It can feel like you're losing a part of yourself. But just like a dusty old photo album, those passions and joys are still a part of you. Even if they're buried under layers of sadness right now, they haven't disappeared, they're just waiting to be rediscovered. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, and it can be the first step towards rediscovering those lost passions. Reaching out to friends, family, or a professional can make a world of difference. Slowly but surely, you can start to find joy in small activities again. It might take time, but those sparks of interest can reignite, leading you back to the things you once loved. Let's talk about the third sign, changes in appetite or weight. This is a significant indicator that often goes unnoticed, but can reveal a lot about our mental state. Our relationship with food can be a powerful indicator of our mental health, and depression can really mess with it. When we're feeling down, our eating habits can change drastically, either for better or worse. For some people, depression might lead to a decreased appetite. They may find themselves uninterested in food, even their favorite dishes. Food might lose its appeal, and even simple meals feel like too much effort. The act of eating can become a chore, something that feels overwhelming and exhausting. On the other hand, some people experience an increased appetite as a way to cope with depression. They might turn to food for comfort, seeking solace in eating. These changes in appetite can lead to noticeable weight loss or gain, which can further impact self-esteem and make it even harder to feel like yourself. The physical changes can be distressing and add to the emotional burden. It's important to remember that our bodies and minds are deeply connected. What affects one will inevitably affect the other. If you're noticing significant changes in your appetite or weight, it's crucial to address both your physical and mental health. Seeking help from a healthcare professional can provide guidance and support. Keeping a journal of your eating habits and emotions can also be a helpful tool in understanding and managing these changes. All right, let's talk about sleep, or rather, the lack of it. Sleep is a fundamental part of our daily lives, and when it gets disrupted, it can have a profound impact on our overall well-being. Sleep disturbances are a huge red flag when it comes to depression. They can manifest in various ways, each affecting individuals differently. For some people, depression might lead to insomnia, making it incredibly difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep throughout the night. This can result in fragmented sleep, where you wake up multiple times and struggle to get back to sleep. You might find yourself tossing and turning for hours, feeling more and more exhausted as the minutes tick by. The frustration of not being able to sleep can compound the feelings of hopelessness and fatigue. On the other hand, some people with depression experience the opposite, sleeping too much. This is known as hypersomnia, where you might sleep for extended periods but still feel unrefreshed. You might find yourself sleeping for long stretches, but waking up feeling just as tired as when you went to bed. This can make it difficult to get out of bed and face the day. These sleep disturbances can wreak havoc on your energy levels, your mood, and your ability to function throughout the day. Lack of quality sleep can lead to irritability, difficulty concentrating, and a general sense of being unwell. Remember, getting enough quality sleep is essential for both our physical and mental health. It helps our bodies recover, our minds process information, and our emotions stay balanced. If you're struggling with sleep disturbances, it's essential to seek help to address the root cause. Whether it's through therapy, medication, or lifestyle changes, taking steps to improve your sleep can significantly enhance your quality of life. Let's be honest, we've all felt tired or drained at some point, right? But when we're talking about depression, that fatigue runs much deeper. Simple tasks that you used to breeze through, like replying to emails or even just getting out of bed in the morning, might feel completely overwhelming. This lack of energy can make it hard to engage in everyday activities, let alone pursue your passions or connect with loved ones. It's like that feeling when your phone battery is on 1% and you're just trying to conserve every last bit of energy. Remember, this kind of persistent fatigue isn't normal, and it's not something you should just have to push through. It's a sign that your body and mind need support and attention. This next one is really important to talk about: increased use of alcohol or drugs. When we're struggling with difficult emotions, it's natural to seek ways to numb the pain or escape from reality, even if just for a little while. But here's the thing. While alcohol or drugs might provide temporary relief, they ultimately end up making things worse. In fact, substance abuse can actually intensify the symptoms of depression and create a dangerous cycle of dependence. Remember, there's no shame in seeking help for substance abuse or addiction. There are people who care about you and want to support you on your journey to recovery. Have you ever been so tired that you can't focus on anything? Like you're trying to read a book, but the words just swim on the page? Well, difficulty concentrating is a common symptom of depression, and it can affect everything from our work to our relationships. Simple tasks that used to be second nature, like remembering appointments or following a recipe, might suddenly feel impossible. This lack of focus can be incredibly frustrating, both for the person experiencing it and for their loved ones. Remember, if you're struggling to concentrate, it's important to address the underlying cause. It could be depression, but it could also be a sign of other health issues, so it's always best to consult with a medical professional. This next sign is a tough one to talk about, but it's so important: feelings of worthlessness or excessive guilt. Depression can be a real bully, whispering negative thoughts in your ear, making you doubt yourself and your worth. Depression can make it feel like you're constantly failing, even when you're trying your best. It can make you question your value, your talents, and your place in the world. These feelings of worthlessness can be incredibly isolating and make it hard to reach out for help. Remember, you are worthy of love, support, and happiness. Don't let depression define you or dictate your worth. Reach out to someone you trust, seek professional help, and start challenging those negative thoughts. We often think of depression as a mental health issue, and while that's true, it can also manifest in physical ways. Our minds and bodies are interconnected, and when one is struggling, the other often feels it too. Some common physical symptoms of depression include headaches, muscle aches, digestive problems, and changes in appetite or sleep patterns. These physical symptoms can be debilitating and make it even harder to cope with the emotional challenges of depression. It's like trying to run a race with a sprained ankle. It's just not going to happen. Remember, if you're experiencing persistent physical symptoms, it's important to consult with a medical professional to rule out any underlying medical conditions. Addressing both your physical and mental health is crucial for overall well-being. This last sign is the most serious and requires immediate attention: thoughts of death or suicide. When depression reaches a severe level, it can distort our thinking, making death seem like the only way to escape the pain. If you or someone you know is experiencing thoughts of suicide, please know that you're not alone, and there is help available. reach out to a crisis hotline, a mental health professional, or a trusted friend or family member. Remember, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Please reach out for help and let someone walk alongside you through this darkness. So we've covered a lot of ground today. If any of these signs resonated with you, please remember that you're not alone and there is help available. Depression is a serious illness, but it's treatable. If this video helped you understand depression a little better, hit that like button and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, and it's the first step towards reclaiming your life from depression. There is hope, and there is healing. Don't give up.